What if everything you were taught about history wasn't entirely true? Not because people wanted to lie to you, but because over time, stories get twisted, simplified, and sometimes completely rewritten. Today, we're uncovering some of the biggest lies in history that millions of people still believe. History isn't just facts and dates. It's stories passed down through generations, shaped by power, culture, and sometimes propaganda. And the scariest part? The more a lie is repeated, the more it starts to feel like truth. Let's break down some of the most famous myths and uncover what really happened. You've probably heard this before. Humans only use 10% of their brain. It sounds mysterious, even motivating, like unlocking hidden potential could turn you into a genius overnight. But here's the truth. This is completely false. Modern brain imaging shows that almost every part of the brain has a function. Even simple tasks like talking, walking, or thinking activate multiple areas at once. This myth likely started in the early 1900s from misunderstood scientific ideas and self-help movements. And somehow, it stuck. Napoleon is often remembered as the short dictator, but in reality, he wasn't unusually short at all. He was about 5 feet 6 to 7 inches tall, which was average for men in his time. So where did the myth come from? British propaganda. During wars with France, British media portrayed Napoleon as small and weak to make him seem less threatening. And over time, the joke became fact. It's one of the most repeated facts in the world. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. It sounds impressive, but it's not true. Astronauts have confirmed that the wall is actually very hard to see with the naked eye from space. Why? Because it's relatively narrow, and its color blends with the natural landscape around it. In fact, many cities and roads are more visible than the wall. Yet the myth continues because it's simple, catchy, and easy to remember. For centuries, many were taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. But this idea ignores a massive truth. Millions of indigenous people had already been living there for thousands of years. Even more surprising, Norse explorer Leif Erikson reached North America nearly 500 years before Columbus. So why is Columbus still credited? Because history often highlights those who shape global narratives, not necessarily those who came first. You might think people in the Middle Ages believed the earth was flat, but that's another myth. Educated scholars in ancient Greece had already proven the earth was round, using observations, shadows, and geometry. Even during medieval times, many educated people accepted this fact. So where did the flat earth idea come from? It was popularized much later to make the past seem more ignorant than it actually was. So why do these myths still exist? Because simple stories spread faster than complicated truths. Because repetition builds belief. And because once something is taught early, it becomes hard to question later. History isn't always a lie, but it's not always the full truth either. So the next time you hear a fact, pause. Question it. Look deeper. Because sometimes the truth is hidden beneath centuries of storytelling. Subscribe for more hidden truths, untold stories, and mind-blowing facts that will change the way you see the world.